Hello, my name is Wahid Lutfi. Today is Sunday, January 22nd, 2023. I'm going to demonstrate how to learn Linux Ubuntu. If you are interested to learn Linux Ubuntu, the fastest ways, the fastest method and the best method, I will show you how, because I learned it myself that way. And I can guarantee you that if you learn it this way, you will never forget anything about Linux, and you will be maybe the top 10% of the people that work on Linux platform over years, and then just you will be a great developer or admin or senior person working on the Linux platform. So let me show you how. First, you need to have some kind of resources to learn from. And one of the resources that I have built over years for you is MyWebUniversity.com. And I have built a lot of resources here. So if you just come in by default on MyWebUniversity.com, you will be just getting this page, which I have a lot of videos on Linux, Unix, shell scripting, Python programming, C++, all posted already on YouTube. So you can go on the next page here, and then you will be redirecting to table of contents for my book called The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu. And I'm calling it the direct path to Linux Ubuntu because you don't need to just install Linux or any kind of VMware or Docker or any kind of resources on the Unix or Linux, and that is available for you online at my web university in my cloud. So I'm just building the whole book online for you, and you can practice the entire book online using mywebuniversity.com. This interface that you're seeing in front of you, you can go to the preface, you can go to chapter 1, which is about the Unix operating system, and chapter 2, which is basic Unix commands, and chapter 3, intermediate commands, and chapter 4, advanced commands, chapter 5, Unix shell scripting, and chapter 6, Unix web servers, and then chapter 7, searching for Unix manual pages, which I'm going to show you 2 ways you can search, whether you want a HTML version or a PDF version. I have built the entire things for you today. I've built the HTML version already, and today I'm building, as of right now, the version of a PDF. And as you can see, this just completed. And then all together in the Unix platform, if you just look at this ls-l user share man question mark, there's a lot of these files, about 6,700 something. So if you just go look at do a word count on it, you can see that there's about 6,798 files. And you can see the format of these files, or all of them, or the name of the command with the section number, and then followed by the .zip file. But man pages, you can just provide either the name like this, and then or just the short name like that, and or the -s section number. You can get the man pages for it. So let me just show you those ones also from the command line. If you're in front of a Unix machine, let me do a shorter, this is equal, I'm going to just say pound, because that's too much commands here that I want you to see everything on the left. So if I just go pwd, print working directory, it shows me that I'm logged on the user lib CGI bin. So today I wrote a man fpdf.cgi. This program basically is a Python program. I'm just gonna do a more on it. This program is just going to generate PDF files using the free version of free PDF module, the Python free. So if you go to the website where it says FPDF library generator, this one is the actual library that is written in PHP. It is available, but then you can have the Python version as well. So I just built this program for the Python version, and I'm thanking them for just providing and the fact that these libraries are available so we can just use it. And then I also wrote the class PDF. I kind of like redefined the FPDF constructor, and the class FPDF was already there, so I extended it to this FPDF, and there's the header and the footer methods. I just redefined those ones, and that's how you extend it by passing the a predefined class that was already there. You say, and this one inherits from that one, or uses that one as extended version. But this program basically does a number of things, and I just showed you the output of this other one. But before I do that one, let me show you a couple of other things that I did for this program. So if you could look at this directory here, that I'm already generating those files here. And right here, you can see all the PDF files that got created today, January 23rd. Right now, my system time is basically Eastern time, and then that is 23rd, because the cloud is on the Eastern cloud. So you can see that it's 12:29 right now, which is Pacific Standard Time is 9:29 in California time, where I live. So at this time, we're going to just look at these PDF files. And if I say ls-l star.pdf and then do a word count -l, you can see I just generated 6,609 PDF files for them. And then some of them that are on the var let me say user share man question mark, and then if I just do star here and then word count -l, it's going to show a little bit more, because some of them are just not into like man pages for them, because there are directories and other ones. So this one is saying star is just doing this. If I do a find dot minus name, find slash user share man question mark, and then minus name, and then a star.gunzip, and then do a word count on that one, I might get a little bit closer to that number, but it actually is showing both of them the same number, ls-l. So the directories levels or under this one is also listed, but I'm not going to do this. So I could do a minus type f for regular files, minus name, and then you have to put the parameter this one, and then you just say minus type f regular file, and then that one is for the type is smaller. So that number that you're getting from this one, there's a little bit of what other files were there that maybe the script did not catch it. So don't worry about those ones, because the majority of the commands from section 1 through section 9, if you do a ls user, let me just do this command without so if you just do this without the word count, you can see all those files that are there with libraries names here. And if you do ls-ld for just the man, user man, and then ls-l, you can see that these are the directories that I'm showing you. I was saying that there are some directory like under TR, there's directory under United Kingdom, under whatever the file is there, and that you could see that there's additional files there. So that's what those numbers are a little bit different. But here we have covered enough. And so all of those ones are 6,609 files. So how do I present this one to you on YouTube, or just actually on a website? If you come in on MyWebUniversity.com, I have already have for each of these books, like some documentation that you can use. For example, before I had this Unix manual pages, and that were just getting it to the 66,000 technical documentation for Linux, Solaris, Mac OS X, Windows Help, and all of those ones. So as you click on one of them, you could just get a list of files and directories and man pages for them. And then you could see this list goes on and on, like 13,000 just for the Solaris command. So like if you do archive AR command, you could see that it is coming there. And then as you can see, the list of commands for all of these are all HTML version. I said, well, let's just give them a PDF version of it. So the way I did this one, and then I just wrote this one. Today I modified this one as saying that show me the PDF version. So it will go there. And for each of these commands that are there, the list is going to be just like those 6,000 files here. Look, the list is growing and growing and growing. But I'm not going to have it in this format because I need an index file. And I'll show you how easy it is when you automate the system, how easy it is to just show the commands in a very nice table format. So as you can click on any of these commands, any command that you do, for example, algorithm dev, the PDF version of that one, when you click on it, it will just open up like basic calculator. If you click on the basic calculator, it will just open bc1.pdf. And then you can see that the GIF file, I put the FPDF on my Python program to just show that this manual pages, I use the Python free PDF library generator to just create the PDF file. But then the Linux Ubuntu is the man pages for it. And then as you can see on each of these pages, you can see that page numbers is there for this one. There's 33 pages together, so you can just go down and read it as many of them and practice with them. So now what I'm going to do is here, if you just go here on this slash, notice that this is not a professional way to just provide a PDF files there, like list of them. The user will not know. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is for me to just run another script and automate that one. So I could just generate that HTML file on the fly from those PDF files. So let me go to user left cgi-bin, clear the screen, ls-l.sh. So the name of the script here that I wrote is run_man_fpdf.sh. This one basically is going to just generate based on the manual pages that the file that are in this file, fpdf.txt, is going to just go to this one. And this one is actually creating and running the curl that creates all those files from the PDF. The one that I want to show you is another script. So let me just go to the var.html, and I want to show that information on this other path. It is much cleaner to show you here. So I'm going to go cd to var.html, and you can see that I have a number of stuff here. So now let me just show the one that I'm going to do, this one. So in this script, cat -n man_pdf_tables.sh. This one basically is about 40 lines, but it's going to just generate the index file, index.html on that directory based on whatever kind of section that it is there. For each section, I'm going to do it. So sometimes when I teach you shell programming, I could go over these stuff one line by line, but at this time, I'm just going to run it. So let me clear the screen. Clear the screen, and then ls-l start.sh, and then the name that was there was this man PDF. So watch, if I run it, how fast it is. It's gonna just run the, it creates the man PDF for all of those ones. And then as soon as this is done, then I go to the same page here. It's already writing to the index.html because it's 6,000 files there. There's gonna be a lot of the tables, and it's gonna do a kind of like really comparison nicely to say that if the modulator is divided by 2 is odd and or something, look at this done. So if I say echo $? So it's less than a minute, but it already created all the PDF file. So now the PDF file was created, but now we have an index file. So if I just create and click on refresh, and look, that script that it just generated that really nice tables with section 1. And then if you go down here, then everything with the different colors on the background on the data is formatted. So there's a lot of if-then else statement to just make this nice table for you. At this time, you can see that PDF files are there. And then all you have to do is, if you're looking at section 1, this is how big it's just section 1 of the Linux Ubuntu commands or manual pages. So then we have another table, which is going to be section 2 right here. You can see section 2 of that command. So as you can see, every command has a 2 .pdf, because when you run a command on the Linux machine or Unix, you could do man space -s and then for section, and then the section number, and then the command, or you could just give it the name of the command and then the number and dot number. That would be the same as -s, the number. And if you just don't provide anything by itself, like man space pwd, it knows that pwd is on section 1 because of the tar.ganzip file that has a format with 1.ganzip. So it would be pwd.1.ganzip. Similarly, like this log3.pdf, you can do a man on -s3 and then a log, it would find it, or man space log.3 or man space log. That would automatically all would show those ones. So let me just click on one of them. For example, let's say we are looking at any of these commands, and then we're saying that, okay, how about this long command? See if this is a PDF command, or that is f3 name index 3. So you can see that it is all very intuitive. It just the PDF file got created, and this is 5. Because some of the Unicode does not translate, I just say that if it doesn't not translate, put a question mark in, for those Unicode characters. So just if you see that one, you can either ignore the Unicode or just, well, I did encode and decode with UTF-8 format, but sometimes still there are certain format on TROF or GROF of Linux manual pages that the Unicode has to be translated properly. So this is section 3, and then you can see that later on section 4 comes in. Right here is section 5, and maybe section 4 was a small. Let's see, for section 4 is section 4 was a small. So as you can see, there was not too many of them, but it is on 3 columns here. So whichever one you click on CPUID.4.pdf, it will just tell you that there's a command called CPUID4, and then you just get the manual pages and read them. So what is this manual pages is going to help you, and how am I going to just tell you that I guarantee you, if you learn this one, that's how I learned it. You learn it and you understand it, you can do whatever you want. Look, I just wrote this a program in Shell to generate these PDF files from manual pages, and it's on the web, on the HTML. And then I'm teaching you everything here on the MyWebUniversity, just basically chapter by chapter online. So you can come in and say, okay, I learned those things. Can I just run these commands? Yes. You can click on the calendar command, for example, and then everything. You don't have to install Linux on your machine or web server. You don't have to have a account to just log into a Unix or Linux server. You just come in on my website and then you say, okay, I'm learning chapter two, all these commands that are in chapter 2 that we showed you here, 33 of these ones. You already have these commands, and then practice with them. And then also I have videos for them that I made, and that you can just watch the video and learn from them. So if, let's say on the calendar command, if you just say, what is, how I learned that one. So you say, what is calendar? Calendar display a calendar. Then you say, okay, let me see if it displays calendar of 1970. So that would be January 1970, and you can see that, I'm sorry, and the entire year for 1970, and then it will do this one. If you want a calendar of January of 1970, then you need to put a parameter with 1, and it will say January 1st, 1970. So this command list that I made it, you can just type in pwd, and then it will tell you that you're running pwd command. And then you could do like ls command. And then if you just learn those commands, ls plus -l, so a long listing of files, you can just go on and on. And if you just say, what about the time? So is this dynamic or is just doing it static? No, it's dynamic. Whatever command you do on the Unix machine, I'm running that command on my Linux server, and then on the web server, and then produce the output for you here. So if you say, for example, let's say that uname plus -8 for all of the uname parameters on this Linux Ubuntu. If you just say, go ahead and show me cat plus, let's say etc resolve.com file. If you look at it, and if I just have allowed you to do this option, then you can run it. But if instead of a cat, let's say you say, okay, go ahead rm it, rm that file, then it's gonna say you're not allowed to do that. It's just not gonna execute that command for you. And if you just say, well, how about I say rm plus, let's say rf, and then plus star.cgi. I want to delete all of them. Then it says rm minus rf star.cgi is not allowed. So I'm doing a lot of programming security aspect of it on the code here, and hopefully nobody could hack it. And then I don't think a hacker should be spending their time to just hack a website for training students and other people to improve their life. Everybody should understand that. But even if they did it, I don't care. Honestly, I just have backup. I can restore it the next minute. So just don't waste your time. It's a waste of your energy if you are just that stubborn and you just want to hurt people that are learning. So, but if you're a nice guy and then you just feel like, oh, I want to show my talent, show your talent in a way that other people could benefit, and teach them something nice rather than hacking it. So for whatever reason, hacking is wrong. That's what I'm saying. So here we already did it, and now we have a HTML file on the man_fpdf directory. Let me just go man_pdf uppercase. clear the screen here. And then notice that index.html is there. So that index.html, I just produced it, and it is January 23rd, as you can see that today. And then you see this is the HTML version of that file that we just generated. It is huge, right? You can see that it is tables and tables. So let's look at that PDF file again. So this is section 8. How does this PDF file is going to help you? Like, let's say you're looking for a mount command. You do a Control F and then type in mount, and then it will just see that how many mount are there. So if you're looking for the first one, you click on this, right? And then if you go to the next one, as you go on there, and then every command like mount.2.pdf is there, mount.8 is there. So you just have to go to the one that you want. So mount section 8, and then it will tell you that this this is a system administrator command. That's why they're on section 8. And so you could read it and understand it. But if you just say, okay, Wahid, this is cool, can I just learn something and then read the PDF and right away I start using Unix? Yes, you can do that. So let's do this. You do Control F and then you say PWD. Okay, PWD, and it tells you PWD.1 is there. You just read the section here, and then you can get the man pages here too. But then notice here, if you just type in PWD on my Linux server, it will tell you PWD is printing this working directory. And if you say, what about other commands? Can I just do other commands? Yes, you can. So let's say you go on the MyWebUniversity.com. For each of the chapters that I did, I tried to teach you either basic commands, which is chapter 2, or intermediate commands, which are chapter 3, or advanced commands, chapter 4. So once you're in the basic intermediate commands, you will see all these commands. And if there's something like change mode or change owner, change group, and I cannot demonstrate that one through some kind of commands, I'm just giving you the details on this HTML file here. So I explain everything, how the permission works and how you can do it, and some of the commands with it, so you can learn it online and you can practice it on a machine. Because I don't want you to change permission on my files, and I already blocked that one, allowing certain commands and allowing not certain commands, not allowing certain commands that are less, risky or more risky in this case. So let's go to the chapter 3, and then you could see these videos are there. And you can see, like, if you run the df command here, you can see that the example that I'm giving you here, you can see what is the df command, what is an example. Let's say, for example, df-h for human readable, and it tells you that it is running the df-h on human readable. Similarly, if you look at the man pages for the df-h, and notice that you have a section for man pages for here, that you can type in any command like df-1. So that would just produce the same output that was there, whether you type in like that, or you just say -s section 1 and the df, or pwd. Whatever command you do, if you do section 1 for pwd, like you can see that I did section 1 for pwd, it shows up here. And then if you do a printf statement, for example, printf statement, by default, printf statement is section 1, which is the Unix command. But if you say printf statement .3, which is and the header of the C library, then it's going to come in with that information here. And notice that it is coming, saying that it is a standard IO.h on all these functions, printf, fprintf, and snp printf, sprintf. All of them are available for you. And similarly, you could say -s1 printf. that would give you the Unix version of printf statement. And if you want the C library minus S3 printf, also will give you the printf of header files there. So if you want to say put this a string, that's also a C standard library. You can see that section 3. So by default, when you do PODES, automatically comes in because PODES.3 is there, the manual pages. So if you say, well, this is cool that I have this information on HTML, now you also have this one on PDF files. So when you go to this one and refresh it, and then this screen comes in, you have all the sections. So if you're looking for Control F for section 3, so you type in section, and then within this bracket, you could just match that one. Notice that it's coming with section 3. So then if you just say, how about I'm just looking for scanf, which is section 3 also. So scanf.p, SS scanf and scanf, all of them are available on the standard.io header file, C programming language. So the scanf is kind of like a reading from the standard input, opposed to printf, which is writing to standard output. So here we are going to show you a number of other things. So here, remember I showed you that there's a lot of the section. So if you do Control F, says section, and then just for search for section. So you can see that there's 9 of them. And then next section is section 3, next section is section 4, section 5, section 6, 7, and then 8 and 9. So 9 owns only one command, vmx and net9, and that is one PDF file that you can see open virtual machine tools and vmx.nav VMware kernel module. So this is like a VMware tools that you could learn it there. And then on the section, any of these sections that you could see, for example, let's say system stuff or change password that is there. There's a lot of nice stuff that you can learn. So I was showing you that some of the PDF files here, you could just say, for example, let's say Control F, and then say, I want to learn the ls command, ls.1. So ls command, let's say there's 14 of them. And then I want to just point to the ls.1. And let's see, there's a lot of them. I want to just say ls.1.pdf. That would be like more unique. So there's 14 of them. I want to go to the first one. And then I'm already on the 8th, and then okay. So faster way, you could just also know. So since you have it, you don't have to search on 14 of them. You can say ls.1.pdf. That would open up the ls.1 PDF file here, because I know that that's how I programmed it. So when you write the program, you know exactly how to search it. Like the developer of Google, they know how to search for advanced search easily than just regular developers. So here we are just looking at this, and then we learn the ls command. And if you're in front of a Unix machine, great. If you're not, then you're not having any issue either. So let me show you why I'm saying that one. Go to MyWebUniversity. I told you that I'm providing you the cloud so you can practice it here. The entire Linux operating system I'm giving you for free, and all these videos are for free. There's no nothing involved here that you have to worry about. So go to chapter 5, Unix and Linux shell scripting. And then right here, click on one of these commands, cat fr this. As you click on this one, notice that the interface, you clicked on that command, and it did show the output here. But at the same time, I told you that I have provided the interface here. You type in pwd, it will tell you that, okay, you're sitting in front of a Linux machine, and let's just say cat etc os-release. And then it will just try to do that one. And if it doesn't do it, then most likely I'm not allowing that option. But if I say cat etc resolve.com file, and that file is not showing because I still blocked it. But most of the other commands, like ls command, I'm not blocking it because you're not damaging anything by reading the content of some files just to do that. ls-l, yeah, you can run that command. So as you can see that you can run a number of commands. Uname -a, you get all the information. Uname kernel name would be Linux, and then it will just tell you. If it doesn't give you the -- name there, then it is just maybe I did not allow it. Calendar command, it will just do the calendar for the current month. Let's say calendar of 2023 for the entire year. You just run it, and if the command here you type in and it doesn't return anything, you are welcome to practice it on my website on the actual chapter here. So because on that one, I'm less restricting it here. So if you just type in on the CGI learn CMD, and then you hear, remember the cat plus etc, let's say os-release was not showing before. Now it does show here. So here I'm not restricting as much there, but still you cannot run certain commands like evaluate or exec or system admin, add user or add groups. So that's why I'm not showing everything here. But the majority of them, you can do that one. Like, for example, remember the calendar command. I don't know if it showed there or not. You can say calendar plus 2023. It will just show the calendar of 2023. And if you just say calendar plus, let's say, dash Julian format. So you could get the Julian format, you could see that it is there. And if you say calendar plus, let's say, -A5, and then like show me 5 months after this month. So we're in January, you see 5 months after. Or let's say, show me 5 months before January. So you can see whatever information you do, you will learn it here. So read the manual pages, practice it online. And then if you go back to the website here, command here, obviously, whatever command you do here, it will work because you have a Linux machine. So that is what that machine is all about, okay? So let me just show you one more thing on the documentation part. Remember when I told you that if you go to MyWebUniversity, MyWebUniversity.com, there's a lot of manual pages, and that was already on HTML format. Now you can just go here under the first chapter, chapter 1, and then just click on this PDF version. You see this PDF version, so just click on that one and you will be presented with this table. So you can go online and practice all of them, as many as you have. And remember, there's nothing that you can learn in 1 day or 1 hour or something. It's how much time you spend and how much you want to learn. It's all up to you. The more you spend time, the more you practice it, it shines better for you, and then you get to control your work better, and your school better, and everything will be under your control. Okay? God bless you all. Take care and have fun. And Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I could just make these videos for you. So my YouTube channel, as you can see, is youtube.com, and then at MyWebUniversity is that handle. And this is the YouTube page that is just going to display in a second, and you can see. People are subscribing, people are watching videos, making comments, and thanks for those of you that are making comments. I know that I cannot just make all these videos at one shot for all the Python, Unix, Linux, C, C++, because I'm only working this one on my weekends and on days off. So make sure that if you make comments, be nice to me too, because I'm doing all this one for you to help you out. I'm not doing anything to benefit, or I'm not charging anything. And there's no fees or there's no cost to you. So just go there and enjoy it and subscribe and learn it, and then help others. The job of us in this life is just to help each other, and then make sure we have a better world. The universe, everything on the unheard surface that we know someday is not going to be here. And then we just need to have good memories from each other and help each other. God bless you all. Take care. Bye bye now.